Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolina woods. Today's topic is going to be reinventing yourself. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, reinventing yourself, as the thumbnail mentions, what does that mean? Well, let's figure out, first of all, what an invention is and or reinvention. What does that mean? An invention is something that changes. Example, the light bulb. It changed the way that we use daylight. In other words, we don't need just the sun. We now have light to give us the ability to function 24/7. Or let's say the smartphone. Now we can be connected with individuals all across the world thanks to the invention of the smartphone. Now, reinventing yourself. This is what a human being does, specifically post-narcissistic relationship. Because what you will have to do is you are going to have to understand that the person you were before when you were in the relationship with the narcissist, and certainly the person you were when you were in the relationship, you're not the same person. You're a different individual. As I mentioned on the channel frequently, there are three versions of you. We now know what those three versions are, but reinventing yourself is something that you will have to do post-narcissistic relationship. You're going to have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps, dust yourself off, understand what narcissism is, how it affected you for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship, and get the glossary, the terms, the definitions on the narcissistic abusive cycle, digest them, process them. You're going to have to heal. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to introspect. You're going to have to process childhood wounds. So many things, layer upon layer upon layer, you will need to do post-narcissistic relationship. And these are all in order for you to do what? That's right, to reinvent yourself, because you are now becoming and or are the third version of yourself, which is the strongest version possible to anybody on this planet. You've endured and or experienced things that most people don't, and you've come through the fire and or you are coming through the fire right now, getting ready to rise through the ashes like a phoenix, and reinventing yourself is the path. Now, I say this, and I mean it sincerely. Once you do the healing, once you process things, once you actually understand what has happened, there's no other way than for you to reinvent yourself. You see, you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't go back in time and change things. You can't do anything other than to live your best life, continue to invest in yourself, and to move forward each and every day. Now, reinventing yourself, how do you do this? Perhaps you are growing your hair out. Perhaps you are moving. Perhaps you are changing your appearance. Perhaps you are starting a new job. Perhaps you are the way you think about yourself. Perhaps you're speaking to yourself in a kinder fashion and you are being kind to yourself. Perhaps you are understanding that you are not today who you were yesterday, and who you were yesterday is not who you were a year ago, and on and on and on. You see, you, as the same as myself, we are dynamic. We are always growing. We are changing. We are evolving. And reinvention of yourself is something you've been doing your whole life, whether you know it or not. It's a fact. Think about it. When you were in high school, are you the same person you were back then than you are now? No. Were you the same person the day you got married as the same person you are now? No. Were you the same person yesterday as you are right now? No, you're not. You're always evolving. You're always growing. And my hope is you're not stuck in the past or thinking about the future. In other words, my hope is you're living in the present moment, which is where the magic happens. Example right here, right now. I'm creating this video for you and you're consuming it. And you are living in the present moment because you're digesting this message that reinventing yourself is a beautiful thing. It is a new opportunity. It is an opportunity for you to invest in yourself and become who you want to be. So let's explore reinventing yourself a little more. Let's say, for example, you were a person in the professional industry. Let's say you were a teacher. Okay, and let's say you retired. Well, what are you going to do now? You need to find something else to do, to fulfill yourself, to occupy your time, to contribute to society. So maybe no longer are you a teacher in the same capacity. In other words, maybe you were a college teacher, professor. Well, maybe you're not doing that anymore, but maybe now you're lecturing around the globe and doing your teaching, but you're doing it in a different way because you have reinvented yourself. Or another example is, let's say that you were an airline stewardess and you did that for a period of time, and now you're not doing that because why? Because now you have grown and you've done something new. Maybe now you're selling real estate. This is called reinventing yourself. And those are just in occupational areas. But reinventing yourself, it can be the way you look. It can be, like I said, your features. It can be creating a business. It can be teaching a class or taking a class. It can be anything. But reinventing yourself is called growth. It's where the abundance happens. It's where the beauty happens. It is allowing other people to see you in a different light. Example, each and every one of us on the planet, we wear different hats. So an example here would be, let's say that you are a mom. Okay, well, you're a mom. That's great. You're also probably a sister, maybe a daughter, maybe a teacher, maybe a student, maybe a driver, you could be anybody. You don't just wear one hat. So in other words, we don't want you to be boxed in and painted in a certain fashion. That's how the narcissist wanted you. Remember, the narcissist wanted you for themselves, but they wanted you to not believe in yourself. They didn't want you to reinvent yourself. They didn't want you to grow. They wanted you smothered and covered up and kept on the bookshelf so they could take you out and use you or manipulate you whenever they wanted to, and then they would put you back on that bookshelf. Again, that was when you were in the narcissistic fog. You're no longer there. You are now breaking free, or you have broken free, and you're reinventing yourself. You're learning, you're growing, you're teaching if you can. You're becoming the best version of yourself possible. This is where you thrive. This is your life. It's not the narcissist's life. So again, let's take reinventing yourself in the narcissistic capacity. Does the narcissist reinvent themselves? Oh my goodness, do they ever? Of course they do. Each and every day they reinvent themselves because they have to wear a new mask to manipulate new people in every capacity, in every setting. That's why, let's think about this. The new supply. Do you think the narcissist is the same person with the new supply? Of course not. They're wearing a new mask to manipulate that person so that person can fall under the same spell and have their resources extracted, just like what happened with you. That's what they do. The narcissist is a master of reinvention, but they do it for a not good purpose. That's what they do. What you do is you're growing. You're reinventing yourself in a healthy capacity. You are introspecting. You're learning about yourself. You're rediscovering who you are and who you're meant to be. You're flourishing. Again, remember this. When you are with the narcissist, your energy was being drained from you, as were all of your resources. Once you're free from the narcissist, that's when the abundance happens. That's once you've healed. That's where your growth happens. That's where you enter the beautiful reinvention of yourself. And that's where you can be whoever you want to be in a good way and be free and not be judged or looked down upon or berated or invalidated or told you'll never amount to anything, or you're not good, or why are you wearing those clothes, or what are you thinking, you'll never amount to anything, etc., etc. That's all the false narrative of the narcissist. Remember, the narcissist wanted to tear you down, not build you up. They wanted you crumbled up like a sheet of paper and thrown away on the freeway. They wanted you staying down in the mud, in the ashes with them. They didn't want you rebuilding yourself and reinventing yourself and rising through the ashes like a phoenix and sharing your wisdom, your expertise, your insight with the planet. They didn't want that. Why did they want that? They don't want that. They wanted to extinguish you. And then after they extinguish you, they wanted to extinguish the next person, and on and on and on. That's why each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. We now know that. But for this video, it's about reinventing yourself. Do it. Change the world. If not now, when? Do something that benefits yourself and or those loved and trusted ones around you. Contribute back to the community. Contribute back to yourself. And understand that every positive action you partake of, it has a ripple effect. People see it. People hear it. People resonate with it. And it will spread throughout the world. So if you're thinking to yourself, yeah, Andrew, I would love to reinvent myself, but I don't know what to do, or how should I do it? It's very simple. Believe in yourself. Take action. And believe me when I tell you, the footsteps you take, once you take the decision and take action, the footsteps you take will lead you to the path of reinventing yourself. It really will. You may not know what you're going to do today, maybe not tomorrow, but each and every day you do not sit on the couch and watch Netflix and or movies or memes or whatever these people do, and you actually do things that benefit yourself, the path gets more and more open to you. In other words, take action. If not now, when? That's what you must do. And to reinvent yourself, it's not just going to knock on your door. The reinvention doesn't just knock on your door and say, hey, here we are. Here's the new version of you. Let's welcome to you. It doesn't happen that way. You need to do things. You need to get out. You need to carve new neural pathways in your brain. You need to experience new things. You need to move, to exercise, to read, to journal, to grow, to heal, to process. And reinventing yourself, it's beautiful. It is where the magic happens, I can assure you. And when you reinvent yourself, you will you will automatically surround yourself with individuals who are like-minded and who will resonate with you and your message and what you're doing. That's what will happen. It will. Trust me when I tell you. The whole purpose of this video is to let you know to be authentic, to be genuine, to be free, to be yourself, and to reinvent yourself, to become the version of yourself that you want to be. Because the narcissist, they did try to extinguish you. They did try to smother you. They did not want you to grow or thrive. They were always in competition with you, whether you knew it or not. Now the narcissist is gone. They're doing whatever they are doing. God bless them. But what are you doing? You are investing in yourself. And my hope is if you haven't reinvented yourself yet, you are on the path to doing so. Change what you do daily. Shake things up. Carve new neural pathways. Grow, learn, teach, invest in yourself. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolina woods. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand if you are not where you want to be, I would strongly consider getting a pen and paper out and writing down some goals, some objectives of how or where you want to be in the next upcoming year, and make these things happen. Take action. And reinventing yourself is a beautiful thing. You can do it. You just have to want to do it and believe in yourself. And I will tell you right now, I believe in you. If no one's told you that recently or today, I'm telling you right now, I believe in you fully. So no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. God bless you. I love you. Have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And it is cold here. Chilly. Bye, guys.